What is the biggest secret that your first boss told you that has helped you the most? About 30 years ago, fresh out of college, I worked for a real estate company owned by a Greek immigrant. The owner was successful and knew everything about real estate. One day, about 3 months into the job, he asked me if I was ready to buy my first house. I told him I wasn't and was living with my parents to save money. Then he shared a piece of advice that changed my life. He told me not to buy a single-family home for my first property. Instead, he said, buy a 4-unit apartment building. I told him I couldn't afford that, and he broke it down for me. A single-family house might cost $150,000, requiring a $10,000 deposit and $1,000 monthly payments. A 4-unit apartment might cost $250,000, requiring a $15,000 deposit and $2,000 monthly payments. The key? The apartments would generate income. Renting out 3 of the units at $700 each would cover the mortgage and upkeep, leaving me with no housing costs. Then he explained how to use that advantage. Save the $1,000 a month I would have spent on housing, and in 2 years, buy another 4-unit building. I could live in the new one, rent out the first unit I lived in for $700, and keep building my savings. He said this strategy was how he had built his own fortune. I went home and told my parents. My dad was skeptical, but agreed to help me get the loan. I followed the plan. Fast forward 30 years. My wife and I are planning retirement, and things look great. Thanks to my first boss's advice, I built a real estate portfolio that set me up for life. It's the best advice I've ever received.